Hello everybody and welcome back to Vanity. So today we're going to play with makeup that I've bought over the last month or so. Haven't had a chance to sit down and play with. We're going to go ahead, apply this together, and if you want to see how I got this look, stay tuned. Alright you guys, so first up we're going to start out with the Maybelline Poreless Jelly 2% Niacinamide Hydrating Blur Primer. This one promises to give us the blur, and she is always here for that. It's like a very kind of a icy green bluish texture. Let's see. Oh, okay, texture is totally different than what I expected. It has a dimethicone feel, but as I'm rubbing it out, it has very much like a moisturizer feel. It's wet, but it's not the sticky wet from like a gripping primer. This one feels like it might actually fill in your pores because of that a little more of a waxier texture, but I'm not hating that. And it feels a little smooth, like a little powdery feel, but not in a bad way. Like for me, it's perfect. I have oily skin, so sometimes it overhydrates me and then the natural oils kick in. Then we have, you know, not the best day. But it's thinner than a regular dimethicone filling primer. Not saying I feel extremely blurred, but it's too early to tell. I'm gonna really work that product into where my pores are, which is my nose, my cheeks, and like right here. Those are, you know, my more noticeable zones. So then we're gonna go with the foundation stick from Essence, and mine is in shade 180. The color looked really okay when I got it, but now I'm like, ooh, it looks a little orange. Yeah, it's a little orange, but you know what though? We'll use a concealer, lighten up the center planes, and not worry about it. I was gonna use a sponge, I think with the filling of this stick, a brush to spread at least is probably gonna be best. Okay, yeah, a brush, I can tell. Because this one feels like it dries down, and I didn't read the coverage levels for this, so I don't know what they're promising us. For as stiff as it feels on the skin, I do not feel like this is giving a whole heck of a lot of coverage. But let's blend out this initial layer, and then maybe I'll go in with a tad more, and maybe with a sponge, we can kind of pack it in and see if we can get there. Because as of right now, I don't like this covered much. I don't think this was supposed to be. It says, let me just make sure. No, it says foundation stick, so we're not even doing a skin tint. This says foundation stick. I hear foundation, I expect coverage. Immediately, I do not like this. So let me try over here, grab my sponge and see, can we build? All this on my nose is shining through. I feel like I'm adding a lot, even for me. It's gripping, and I don't think it's the primer. I think it's the foundation stick. It's clinging to like right here and just doesn't want to budge. This is the side that's built up. This is the side that is not. We can see here, not a huge difference, but we're going to continue to even it out. Don't like the base. I struggled way too hard, had to add way too much. So immediately, we'll see how it ends up, but I didn't like that process. I feel like this is gonna settle into my fine lines and forehead creases and all that stuff. I feel like it's absolutely settling, and I'm not 20 seconds into it, you know, on this side, so yeah. So this is not technically new, but it was newer to me. This is the L'Oreal True Match Serum Concealer. So let's put this on. Let's hope this saves the day. This is in shade, do we have a name? C4. I really don't mind this being light today, thank you. And the doe foot has that slant on it. Not a coiling tip, it has a sponge on there. All right, so we're gonna see, it's gonna be one of those type of mornings. Let's blend her out. I was gonna let her sit. We're not gonna let her sit, we're gonna go. A little light is coming back to the face. Okay, I see a difference. Concealer really did come in clutch. The concealer is working pretty good. I can just see that it does not want to play well with that foundation stick. That's going to the makeup graveyard. I can tell you that right now. Do not like that stick. And I've been doing more sticks lately, and I've had some really good ones. I don't think I've actually had a dud. If I'm thinking right, I might have to go back and look at a few videos and say, hey, which one was a dud? I don't think I had any. This is the dud. I think this was $6.99, and I purchased everything at Ulta. I was going to do a cream bronzer, and now I'm like, do I even want to touch that? But you know what, though? I can. We're going to go in with the Milani Cream Bronzer in Hey Honey 110. The Cheek Kiss bronzers. All right, let me show you. There you go. We're going to touch into here and just see. Okay, I brought it really low. That's cool. There's a cover up as we go. And this is a Morphe bronzing brush. Morphe is really trying to say, hey guys, we're still here. I like these brushes and new tools they came out with. Awesome. And I've liked a lot of their recent releases. I think they shut down most of their stores, but they have their online still, and whoo, they kind of did a rebrand, and I'm like really liking it actually. So I'm gonna blame any mistakes today on this foundation stick. So even if it is another product, no, it's the foundation stick. We're trying into a liquid blush. Now this is a Profusion blush. Old is all outdoors, but I wanted to use a liquid blush because I have a new brush from e.l.f., which is the liquid blush brush. So I figured, let me go grab a, you know, a little bit of a blush that might work. Will we do this? It's not exactly the right color, but we are gonna pretend it is. That's chunky. Let's just go, who. Here is our brush. So there we are, slight little slant, but let's see how you play. I like the color though. Ooh, okay, I haven't used this in a while. I need to remember to pull these out. I have a lot of creams and liquids, but powder is my favorite because it's just a lot less complex for me, blush wise. But when you do layer, it does last. I'm probably gonna add more because she's extra, but boop. This is a matte one from Profusion, Blush Hour Blushes. It doesn't seem to have any shimmer in it. I do like this brush. So e.l.f. did their thing with this brush, and I think this was $5 maybe. Remember, you go aggressive because I'm gonna set down with powder anyways. So with me doing that, a lot of this gets toned down. Throughout the day as everything, you know, the makeup wears down, this kind of fades really pretty. So that's a good thing about cream and powders together. We don't mind being aggressive, you know, it's me. I'm gonna go back and smooth a little bit of the lines of the concealer, just a little bit, and kind of clean up where I brought it up too high on the blush. As much as I don't want to, you know what, I'm gonna use a concealer side. I get here, any extras, and we're going to kind of chisel right there from where I brought down the cream bronzer entirely too low. Just drag it forward, flip to the foundation side, and kind of pounce this part out so it's not so close to my mouth. That was me, but that's okay. I told you, give and go, but it's okay. So then we have got the Physicians Formula Diamond Blur Skincare Powder. So this is a mineral wear. So that's this one. I love these different, you know, prismatic look. Is super pretty. And this does indeed come with the little bitty, you know, pocket puff. It has the netting where you press this down into it. I always do this. I'm notorious. I will stick my brush in to kind of make the powder come out a little bit, because I don't like the mesh that they put on these for the powders. I hate that actually. I've had a few powders recently. Yeah, I don't care for that. Well, let's see how this sets us. I'm gonna go to my brush. We're gonna give this a whirl if I just stick my brush in and see how that goes. I like the little powder puffs. I don't like it with the mesh. You struggle too much. I know they say it's almost a way for you to balance out how much product you use. I don't like that. Don't care for this part, and there's no way for me to shake it out. I might find myself cutting this mesh just so I can use my product, if I'm being honest. If I want to be excessive, I can be excessive if I want to. I still might go in with the puff just a little bit to set here a little bit more. This is the smallest sponge in history. I could have went and got one of my own puffs, but I figured why not use the one that came with the product. But now I know why I don't want to use the one that came with the product. This is up there with a eyeshadow spongy tip things. I think I might like the powder. I just don't like the mesh, so it's not letting me gauge this as well as I'd like. I feel like my face is looking very disjointed. She hates that. Okay, decisions were made. Next up, we are going to just powder with our CoverGirl powder. This is not new. This is just to set the rest of her face. And it's just a quick CoverGirl powder, nothing special. Set down that cream bronzer. I did like how the bronzer felt going on though. I did, so that was cool. You know, I am not a cream bronzer all the time, every day kind of girl. Are we feeling all right? That's the important thing. Are we feeling okay? As of right now, debatable. Boop. I have to do my brows, but first, let's open up this brow product. This is the NYX Brow Glue Crazy Lipped. Now, mind you, this is for people, let me get it close, that have brows. That is not her situation. We're going to pretend. Love you guys. I would not dare try this one on camera because that's going to be sketch for me. But we can at least look, squeeze out a little bit of the product, see what the applicator is. If you can tell, let me get it good. It has these little hard plastic bristles, I guess it would be. Oh, this is hard though. This is hard for your skin. The glue squeezes out and just put it there. I don't know if you can see it right here on my hand. It squeezes out and you just, I guess, brush a little, you know, mine little baby hairs in place, and then you go in and do your business. I'm gonna hop off, do this, and we'll be right back. Okay, so what I did, and my brows are not finished, I went in with my e.l.f. Precise Brow Pencil, and I always line under here, then I'll take the spoolie, kind of brush the product through, then I'll go in with a brow gel, kind of brush my brows up, and then I go in with my Lipton Snatch, and I'll fill it in. And now mind you, I know I look surprised, like, whoo, I know that. Follow me here. And I mean, you can see where I have the brow because I haven't used the pen yet. It really did take my very sparse brows and, in my opinion, make it look like I had a whole heck of a lot of brow. This is not filled in and that gel is clear. I know I'm looking mad crazy right now, but I just wanted you to see this little weird wonky brush gripped every piece of brow hair I had and made it look like I have more than what I do. Do I feel like they're a little shiny? Potentially. I'm still letting them dry. If I kind of, you know, maybe did my brows first and then use the tip of this to maybe kind of shape them a little bit, you might be able to get away with this without using like a brow pen like I do to kind of give the hair like strokes. This pulled up every little hair and make it look. We all know I don't have this brow. I'm a little surprised. I don't hate it. I'm gonna have to tone this down. I might come back with a very heavier brow today, but I just want you guys to see this is what it looks like, just lined, brushed up just a little bit, and then this in it. Okay, now we're gonna get probably, you know, 2016 through 19 brows, but we're gonna roll with it. But you have to see this. There, we have them filled in. We are much thicker than normal, but you know what though? I'm pleasantly surprised. Next up, we're gonna go in with the Man Eater After Dark Volume 2 palette. Now this one retails, I believe, was $55, and I have the first two. So let's open this one up and take a look at it. This is the same cute packaging. I'm telling you right now, I wish they would have changed the color of this because the first one is also black, and then the second one is kind of a aubergine, kind of a deep purple. And they could have did a, you know, an emerald green, a burgundy, a Bordeaux kind of color. So I wish they would have changed this because now I have to look back here to see, you know, what it is. But I love how thin and sleek these are. Very neutral. As my daughter said when she saw it just on the outside, she was like, Mommy, that's a wedding palette. Kind of, sort of, it could be, but you know, you can make anything what you want. You might not want nudes and browns and pinks for your wedding. You might want, you know, blue. Let me show you volume 1 and the other. So this is our original one, and I think this came out in 2022, 23, somewhere in there. This is our original, and this is just Man Eater After Dark. This is volume 2. This is volume 1, and this promises to be 24 all new shades. That's what they said. We shall see. I see something that looks kind of close to each other though. They're not that different. I see some similarities, but again, it's Tarte. Then we have got this one, which was the Man Eater Nightfall palette. This was really different for them because they actually put in the blues, this kind of shimmery seafoam green. This one's really pretty. They're Tarte. They're all in the same color family. I would say that this brand new one is the least interesting and creative out of the three. All of them have a neutral edge. Don't be deceived. All have a neutral edge, but I would definitely say the one they just released is the most neutral. It's the most on brand for Tarte in my opinion, as opposed to the other two. But we are going to sit here today and try to create a cute little look with this. One of the other ones probably went better with my blouse, but you know what though? Punch rolling we're doing, so we're not gonna worry about it. First up, we're gonna go in with the shade Desire. Here is this little slight, like, where is it at? Can we see it anywhere? Okay, this is further down on my shirt, but there's this kind of pinkish color, so we're gonna use this just to kind of pull her in. You know, when it comes to me and neutrals, I'm hecka messy and not precise. It's true to pan. Pan to eye is the same. It's blending really, really nice. I'm not surprised though. Tarte has a good shadow. It's just, you know, their color stories are very similar to one another for the most part. You get a couple pops, but for the most part, if you have one, you kind of have them all. Do we want to just go a shade darker? No, we're going to go into Passion. Okay, a little more brown. I want a little bit more orange, but that is my decision. Touch into this first initial shade though, just real quick, smooth this edge. You know what? Do we want to just jump on our lid right now and call it Spade? I think maybe, and then we'll go from there. So this was our first shade right here, and then this was our second. I think I want to touch here and here. We're probably going to stay away from the pinks. Let's play with these little, you know, these shimmers. Let's play with those. We're gonna throw those on our lid. Why? Because, you know, duh. I just want to swatch this one. It's called Temptress. The names are everything. So this is Temptress. Just gonna swatch that. Ew. There we are. Kind of like that copper color. Pretty. It was very just on the hand, so yes. I think we're gonna go in with Heartbreaker and Charming. So Heartbreaker and Charming. And if we want to pull in another gold or something, we can, but it's just pretty. Okay, so there's Heartbreaker. Is that correct? Maybe not. You know what? No, we're gonna go back in with Temptress. I think we actually need a little bit of this orange here, something, just a little something in our eye. Look how foiled that looks though when it first goes on. Ooh, wow, didn't expect that, but I like it. Ooh, I'm gonna touch into Charming because you know I gotta lighten up that inner eye, but I don't know if that's gonna be our right shade. This is Charming right here. So still very pigmented. It's deeper than a topper, but not as saturated as this shade. And they look the same in the pan, different shades, but just, you know, FYI. But there is Playful up there on top. Let's see what Playful is. There we are, that's the gold. Do we like that? What are we rocking with? I think we're gonna touch in with Playful. I think that one's kind of looking at me just a little bit. And if I don't like it, we can lighten it up with Charming. But let's see how this Playful plays next to here. Did it give us enough of a bump and a jump? I'm not sure. I'm gonna jump into Charming and just add a little bit of that instead on top of that one. And a little bit lighter. Not her favorite. She's not seeing that vision yet. You guys know I start to get nervous. But let's pull in Alluring. It's kind of a mid-tone red-based brown. Let's pull her in. It's still feeling very one note, and that's what I don't care for. But again, these are my color selections. And this doesn't need to be super, super dark per se, but it needs depth, but it doesn't mean it has to be black or that, you know, it doesn't have to be that. We're not giving up. We're gonna get this to where she likes it. Promise you. This, no. I'm gonna try that. Did I jack it up? Yeah, I did. This is a real disaster right now. I'm gonna come back from it. I'm gonna, you know, end game get to something I like, but right now, no. I feel very boxed down with this, and I don't like that. Let's try that. We're gonna try Sensual on top. And I've mixed so many shimmers right now. I have no idea what I mixed in order to get to this. Back into Charming yet again to just try to get this lid somewhere. Just feels busy and heavy. Don't like that. These are very thick filling shadows though, not the matte, the shimmers. And I think also it's bothering me, it's not matching my blouse 100%, and that is just driving me grape nuts right now. This is On the Prowl. I have no idea if this is gonna make a lick of difference. That's a very dark brown. I have no idea if this is gonna make a lick of difference whatsoever, but she needs to see something. Is it mind-blowing? No. We're gonna do Enamored right now, just on her brow bone, because I think I'm gonna stop where we're at. Just, does that look pink? It does. It's not in the pan. Enamored looks like a very creamy, you know, off-white ivory kind of color, and it's coming out pink. That is why we do these videos, to see first impressions. What do we think? What do we like? What do you know? What is it? Worry adds to stress. It does not solve any problems. You guys, take it from me, and I've done it for years. Chill out, don't worry. It's gonna be okay. It just might not seem like it. Everything's gonna be okay, promise. Just give it a minute, regroup, it's gonna be all right. Real life stuff, serious stuff, even makeup, but serious stuff, just chill out. We got this, we got it. This is gonna be an actual miracle. I'm going to attempt to do whatever this decision was over here. I don't have a new liner, and I don't have a new powder bronzer or blush. So I shall line, bronze, blush, and we'll be back. Okay, so I went ahead and lined my bottom waterline with a ColourPop cream gel liner. It's not one of their better ones. It's just this shade. It could be that it's just dried out, kind of old, or it's just one of those ones there's not, you know, ColourPop's best formula, but I've read the name off, so boom, there we are. Next up, we have a Diamond Haze highlighter from Catrice. So there's this. This one has a texture and consistency of a kind of like a Super Shock shadow. It's sparkle, it is glitter. I like glitter, it doesn't bother me, but something for you guys to know. But let's apply this real quick. Because it's glitter, it does stick wherever it lands at. So we're just gonna lightly go here. I have fallout from the shadow, so this shouldn't even be, you know, that much of an issue because there's glitter everywhere anyways. We are going to sparkle, shine, and be in fallout heaven. Why not? Now we have a new mascara. Now the Lash Without Limits original I really do like from Essence. This is their waterproof version for extreme lengthening, so we're going to apply this. And then I have a gloss stick from Revolution. Now this one, Very much reminds me of a Fenty gloss stick or gloss bomb dupe. This shade, this mascara, do our hair, makeup, and we will wrap up. Okay, you guys, we are back and we are finished. How do I feel about today? Let's just get started. The primer. The Maybelline Poreless Jelly. This one, I like this very much, and I can imagine I'm really gonna like it and see its abilities and performance with a different foundation. This one is an absolute yes, I enjoy this. The Essence Foundation Stick. Do not buy this, and I like a lot of Essence products. This one, do not waste your money. Hate is a strong word. I hate this foundation stick. I have nothing positive to say. I take it back. I do have something positive. It glides over the skin as you apply it, but it does not glide when you blend it out. This is a no-go for me, for you, for anybody else. Take this off the shelves. Do not like it, Essence. You do so well in so many other areas. That is not your forte. Pass. The L'Oreal True Match Radiant Serum Concealer. I'm not sure if I've reviewed this on here before or not, but nonetheless, this one, I do like this concealer. And I think it was what was able to kind of pull us forward a little bit today to be able to continue. So this one is absolutely a yes. The Milani Cream Bronzer. This, I like it. I do like it. Is it my favorite formula? No, I actually really like the ColourPop one. Not horrible, but this one is worth checking out. So this one, it's a maybe to a yes. The Physicians Formula Diamond Blur Powder, the skincare powder. I love how it looks. It's very bulky. Reminds you of the original bronzers that they had. I'm not sure if there is shimmer in this formula or what. It set down the concealer and all this kind of stuff, but this, again, it has the white mesh netting and this and that. And you know what? Let me pop some out just to see. Maybe it's the eyeshadow that fell down. It's here. It's not her favorite. It's bulky. I don't like that anymore. I'm beyond the bulky packaging, if preventable. I don't like how it sat down the concealers. I'm probably going to still use it up because I do indeed own it. But is it her favorite? No. This is the star of today's video. This is the Brow Glue Crazy Lift. This little bitty tube, weird little contraption, very hard. You might think it's, you know, kind of dangerous. Honey, this lifted the brows, stuck it to the skin. This created brows where there weren't any. I would absolutely say run out and grab this. If you have full brows, beware, please shape, because you'll have your eyebrow all the way up here. It grabs, it really does stick. And let me feel. Okay, they're a little hard and crunchy, but they don't feel it when I move my forehead. So woo is a yes. I would definitely say get this. And I was so on the fence about even purchasing this because I was like, that's not really for me, how I kind of wear my brows, the hair that's available. This one, impressed. Yes. The Man Eater After Dark Volume 2. You know what? Out of all three palettes, I dislike this one. I'll say this. Okay, dislike is not right. I just didn't particularly care for it today. The color story, again, is very one note. And remember, you can always break these down in little quads. Like, you know, there's a quad, kind of cover it up. You can do the one above it. So you can break it down that way. You can technically do rows side to side if you like. This just was not her favorite palette. And I would say, do you need this? No. You do not need this. I like the other two palettes way more. If you have more than like 5 palettes in your collection and they're not rainbow, you probably have these colors already. The formula is nice, but like I said, the shimmers, I do feel them on my eyes and my lids feel a little bit heavy. It's shocking me where I'm thinking the formula might be slightly different on the shimmers as it is in those. Maybe not, but that's kind of my impression. Volume 2 is not a necessity. If you want to go for it, you can. I love how thin and sleek and easy to store this is. It feels very heavy and sturdy and protected. This one, $55. There are other palettes out there that kind of, you know, draw my attention a lot more if you want to, but mandatory. The Catrice Diamond Haze Highlighter. This one, I do like it. This will not be for everybody because it does have a balm feel. And if you look, you can see here, it is a glitter effect. If I move a little closer, it's sparkle, it's glitter. I like it. I think it's really pretty outside. And you know me, I'm a year-round sparkle girl. So this one does not bother me whatsoever. If you want the glow from within, this is not your journey. But I do like this. And I'm sorry, I said everything at Ulta. This one I did buy on Amazon. These two, Amazon, everything else was Ulta. The Lash Without Limit Waterproof Mascara. It dries a lot faster than the original. And it's okay. You guys know me, I'm a, mascaras. I have to wear them, a good 3, 4, 5 times to kind of see how it go once it has a little air in it. And we'll see, how it goes when I keep using it. But you know what? $4.99. Essence, now this is what they do really well. Mascaras, eyeliners, they kick butt in those areas. These foundations is not their journey. And last up, we have got the Revolution Gloss Stick, which is here. Off Get. Do not leave this in your purse or in your car or your bag, whatever. Do not leave it. This is a very delicate, sensitive formula and very melty feeling. And I'm going to put it here. Super pigmented, but so are the Fenty gloss ones that are made this way. They are very sensitive. This one, a little more sensitive. But this is the shade. You see, it's very rich in color. Very, very. So that one, you get your payoff. That's, a given. I would just say you be very careful of how you store this because I could see it just completely turning into a melted mess and it melt and you lose your products. That's everything that was new. So how do we feel about today's face? Not her favorite. The eye choice, that was me. I felt like I struggled a little bit and I really didn't find that streak I like to get to. But again, wearing it the whole day and we're going to make a go of this. I appreciate you guys. I thank you so very much for your time. Please thumbs up, please subscribe, and I will see you next time. Mwah. Bye.